Star Alex Eala takes center stage at the BNP Paribas Tennis Paradise in Indian Wells. And of course, Filipino fans turn out in full force to cheer her on.
Of course, I'm very grateful for all the support that's been coming my way, and it's really heartwarming to see that they really they make the effort and they take the time to come out and to support, and it makes the experience for the player.
In a truly unprecedented moment, Alex Eala has sent shockwaves across the tennis world with her very first appearance at the 2026 Indian Wells Masters. What unfolded was nothing short of historic. The demand for tickets reached unbelievable levels. Prices surged beyond anything seen before, and the outcome was staggering: a jaw-dropping $5 million generated from a single match. This wasn't just a milestone for a young Filipino star. This became a defining moment in the history of Indian Wells itself. Eala's clash with Yastremska didn't just draw attention, it redefined what's possible in tennis. Ticket prices hit record highs, and fans overwhelmed ticket platforms, with many systems struggling to handle the demand to witness her debut live. For months, there had been growing buzz around Eala's rise, but what happened at Indian Wells took that excitement to an entirely different level. The moment her match was announced, anticipation spread like wildfire. When tickets finally dropped, it became instantly clear this wasn't just another match. This was the match everyone had been waiting for. And remarkably, it was only a first-round encounter. Fans from across the globe rushed to secure their place in what quickly became the biggest spectacle in the tournament's history. Indian Wells, already one of the most prestigious events in tennis, experienced a shift that day. Because moments like this don't happen often. With Eala's incredible pull, it wasn't just Filipino fans filling the stands, it felt like the entire world had gathered for one purpose: to watch her play no matter the cost. The energy inside the stadium was electric, the atmosphere was alive, the anticipation was unlike anything seen before. Even tournament organizers were caught off guard, scrambling to manage the overwhelming crowds that poured into the venue. And this wasn't just a one-off situation. This was the beginning of something bigger, what many are now calling the Eala effect. A phenomenon that is reshaping tennis, from ticket demand to fan engagement. The numbers speak for themselves. A record-breaking $5 million for a single match is not just impressive, it's transformative. But beyond the financial impact, something deeper is happening within the sport. Eala is emerging as a serious force. Her popularity has exceeded all expectations, and the tennis world is now fully on notice. She isn't just a rising name, she's here to stay. And her journey isn't built on hype alone. It's backed by results. Across tournaments worldwide, fans are showing up in massive numbers to watch her compete. From the Australian Open to Miami, Dubai, and now Indian Wells, Eala continues to attract some of the largest crowds in tennis. But this goes beyond attention. This is a movement. People who never considered attending tennis matches are now rushing to buy tickets the moment her name appears. Jessica Pegula, one of the top players on the WTA Tour, recently shared her experience facing Eala at the Miami Open, and her reaction says everything. She entered expecting a standard match environment. What she experienced was anything but normal. The crowd was overwhelming, the energy was intense, the support for Eala was on another level entirely. Pegula described it as insane, emphasizing that no matter where Eala plays, the crowd response is unmatched. Whether it's the Australian Open, Miami, or Dubai, fans don't just attend her matches, they fully immerse themselves in every moment.
After week, as she has done well and established herself as a really good player on tour, they all come out to support her. And so I think we saw that in Australia when it was kind of overcrowded. They put her on too small of a court. We saw it here. You can hear it from the hotel. You can hear the crowd roaring, especially at night. So it's incredible.
Eala's ability to attract such massive crowds highlights something truly special: her deep connection with fans. Her popularity continues to grow at an incredible pace, and it's becoming clear that she is a phenomenon unlike anything the sport has seen in years. Fans are going to extraordinary lengths just to watch her play. They stand in long lines, spend hours trying to secure tickets, and even wait outside stadiums just to feel part of the experience. That level of dedication is rare, and it speaks volumes about her impact on the tennis world. And it's not just the fans who are paying attention. The biggest names in tennis are watching closely. Novak Djokovic, one of the greatest players in the history of the sport, has openly praised Eala, calling her the greatest tennis player the Philippines has ever produced. When a legend like Djokovic speaks, people listen. His words not only highlight her talent but also reinforce her growing influence and marketability on the global stage.
Eala, yeah, that's been a talk, and which is understandable. There's some players coming from respective countries, like she's coming from Philippines, which is now a big deal. She's been the biggest ever, tennis player from that country, which is a big country, and there's a big interest.
Earlier this year at the Australian Open, the scenes were already giving a glimpse of what was to come. Fans gathered outside the stadium in huge numbers, hoping for just a chance to see Eala in action. The queues stretched endlessly and many never even made it inside. But that didn't stop them. Even without tickets, fans stayed, soaking in the atmosphere, embracing the energy, and simply being part of something special. That's the kind of presence Eala brings to the sport. As the 2026 Indian Wells tournament continues, one thing is becoming increasingly clear: her popularity is only going to rise further. The $5 million generated from her first match is just the beginning. With every tournament, she is evolving into more than just a top-tier player. She is becoming a global icon whose influence extends far beyond the tennis court. The support surrounding her is unmatched, forcing the entire tennis world to recognize her growing impact. The skyrocketing ticket demand and record-breaking revenue are clear signs of the power she holds. Her popularity is on another level, and the demand to watch her play will only continue to increase. Eala is no longer just a promising talent. She is a force of nature in women's tennis. And as the world watches in awe, one thing is certain: Eala is here to stay. Her influence is undeniable. The records she is breaking are just the beginning of what promises to be a remarkable career. The message is clear. She is the future of tennis.